Hi, good evening to all of you. So, this is the first session on Python for programming for kids. So, we will be starting the session. So, just for my understanding, what are the have a detailed information from our team. Once the whoever is registered in the course, I will have. But for today's session, just I would like all of you to share your name and studying your which class you are studying in, and whether you have computer basic syllabus you are aware of and you are comfortable with, and whether you know some programming, any programming that you have done, yes or no. No programming or anything as such is okay. Please share it with me so that I will go through when I am asking. My session will be based on that, so that you people will be able to understand what I am teaching. If I'm going too fast, please drop me message in the chat. I will check the chat, and I will re-explain any of the concepts that are missing or anything as such. Okay. If I'm going little fast, please do message me in the chat. Um, I think since the very limited number of participants are there, so as of now, you can keep on chatting. You can putting in the message. Our team will unmute themselves and speak to me if I am missing any of the messages. Okay. Okay. So let's start the session quickly. I will close this and I'll stop sharing here and quickly restart sharing with our Python session 1. Okay. Um, I hope you can see my screen. Yes. Kindly confirm. Yeah, we can give unmute access. There is no problem. But only thing is that if somebody starts disturbing, I will mute everybody. If people can, we'll give you the unmute access. You have to unmute and speak. Okay. Yeah, this is what we don't want. Don't, sorry for the delay, all that is not required in the classes, because everybody else has joined. It's okay. We understand that if even if you are joining for some time late in some of the classes, recordings will be provided to you. You can go through the recordings at a later point of time. Don't disturb the class by when you are speaking everybody else is getting disturbed. Okay, so please avoid that. With caution, then we will allow unmute access. Otherwise we will will mute everybody, and as and when you require to speak to me, you can send the message in the chat. Okay, as of now we are giving you unmuted access. Don't speak unnecessarily. Anything related to the concept that I am teaching, if you are not able to understand, only ask about that. Don't say ki sir, matlab tomorrow session will be there or not. Tomorrow, all that information will be sent to you separately. Only the concept that I am teaching, if you are not able to understand, you can unmute yourself and speak. Rest of it, you can mail us, message us, chat us, all that options are available to you. Okay. So if is my voice loud and clear for everybody? Everybody can hear me? Just type yes in the chat. I think messages. Yeah. Okay. Good. Akshata. Good, Akshata. So if whoever is actively participating, I'll be taking names. Don't worry. You don't need to be really worried about. It's normal that whoever is active, we will have more interaction with them. I want all of you to be very interactive. You can keep on asking me questions. Yeah, Sweta, you have raised your hand. You can go ahead and speak. I'm sorry, I lost my connection in between. So we'll continue from there. Just I'll start sharing again. Okay. Yeah. So I need, you can share. Okay. So I am just starting the sharing. Yeah. So this session is basically beginner friendly. I don't expect anyone to know anything about either programming or Python. So we are starting assuming that you don't know anything. Only thing that you would be knowing is based on your Rahul, please. I think whoever has joined in the name of Rahul, please mute yourself or else, yeah, thank you. Yeah. So this will be yeah. So just to give you my brief background, who I am. I am Dr. K. Sudheendra Rao. So I have done my PhD from IIT Kanpur. I am also a certified data scientist and I have extensive experience in data acquisition and analysis software developed. And I have also developed various softwares which I have sold it to even international customers. I have been into this training sector for quite some time. I have trained over 3,000 students in robotics, drones, AI, and machine learning. And I have also helped the various students in participating in various national events, which have won the national awards. I'm also founder and director of Licotronics Tech Private Limited. I have a passion in working in innovating in the fields of technology and education. And the main focus is that, I would like to empower the next generation technological professionals who would be generated like, through various training courses like these, especially in children's like you. Okay, so that is the brief background. So just to give you brief background about this course, this will be a 60 hours plus live sessions that will be held in overall. So a 6 months duration is anticipated. So every week we will have two sessions, Monday and Friday, from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. So weekly, these 2 hours sessions will be there. So with this, we will give you some home assignments which you need to try. It will be interesting. Don't worry. You can, use the computer and try to program whatever I have taught you. You can just, practice that and come back to me with whatever you have learned, whatever doubts you have, whatever you are able to do, whatever you are not able to do. Of course, we will have doubt clearing sessions live. At least we are planning that twice a month. That these doubt clearing sessions initially it will be common. We will announce the dates earlier so that anybody who has the doubt, they can join that. And usually I don't restrict during those sessions any doubts that you have. It's exclusively the topics that I have covered till that point of time. Let's say, it's bi-monthly, so twice a month. So sorry, twice a month. That means every 2 weeks we will have one session. So all the four sessions that we have covered till that point of time, you can ask any doubt or whatever you have not understood, you can ask. Okay. We will be having comprehensive curriculum. We will cover all the key Python topics that you can understand the programming, etc. Starting with the basics. We will also try to provide the personalized support and feedback that you can contact me through WhatsApp, and if required, if you are facing any trouble, I will either assign one of the tutors or myself will help you and understanding that concept, uh, more like a personalized support whatever you are not able to understand after the doubt clearing sessions. So if even in spite of doubt clearing sessions, if you have certain things you are not able to understand, you can ask us, we will explain. So that will be one to one basis. So you will give you certain time, you can join there during that point of time through Zoom meeting, and me or one of the tutors, who is well qualified, will be able to help you understand those concepts. And of course, you will be having all the recorded sessions, including this sessions, which will be available for you. You can use that and go through multiple times. That will help you to understand anything that I have taught you in the concept. If you have not understood that recordings, you can keep playing multiple times and follow the instructions that I am going to teach. Some of the things I will be doing live coding, like I will open up a terminal, I will just put in some of the things. You can follow exactly the same steps that I will show it to you on the screen with the recordings on your PC at a later point of time. Just for my understanding, hope all of you are able to follow my English. And whether do you think am I moving too fast, or is it okay? Are you able to understand? Can you please put it in chat? See, I want these sessions to be more interactive. So I want at least one or two yes, so that sometimes we might lose the internet connection. That's why I'm asking this. So please do keep on typing so that I can understand that I'm connected. So can somebody confirm, please? Hello, am I connected? Hello, hello. Hmm. Am I audible? Can you please confirm? Yes. Okay, Akshada. Thank you. So I want you to be a little quicker so that I thought I have lost my connection. So yeah. So is my flow and the speed, is it understandable, Akshata? Yes, good. So thank you. Thank you for the confirmation. Whoever is, I want at least some level of interaction. So I would like everybody to keep on putting in the messages so that I can understand that you are able to follow, you are able to understand fully. Okay. Yeah, we'll continue from there. So that's the summary. So we will have weekly 2 sessions. This is the first session that we are conducting, that is on Monday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. So today I might take couple of more minutes because we had started little late, and we might go up to by 7:10, 7:15, little bit more. But yeah, next week onwards we'll try to stick to the timings. We'll start at 6 and try to end by 7:75. Okay, so that until unless if somebody has the doubts, we will try to cover the topics by 7. If somebody has doubts, we will spend little more time after 7 so that whoever wants to get the clarity, they can clear the doubts then and there for a couple of minutes. After that we will have anyway doubt clearing session separately also. Okay. So I welcome you all, Python programming. So you will be, this is one of the segments, that has created a lot of employment opportunities in India. There are a lot of software engineers like, Infosys, Wipro, TCS. There are a lot of companies you must have heard, many of your relatives, friends, relatives, friends, uncles, aunties, brothers, cousins. Lot of them must have been working in a computer science, because in India, that's one of the skill set that we have is, we are very strong in analytical thinking, where we can do the logical thinking. And of course, one advantage that we will have it with the computer programming is that if you have only the computer, that's more than enough for doing all your programming and in the, lot of things. Like for example, I have another company called Licotronics. That's where we are a manufacturing company, right? What do I mean by that? So we manufacture some of the components, right? We have, like, let's say ours is an ink company. So for that we have to buy materials, lot of employees movement, everything is physical, but in the case of computer programming, you don't need to have a lot of other things dependencies. You have very limited things. You need to have a computer. You can sit and start programming. There are a lot of things that you can do with that. And through this course, we will help you to build some of the small applications. And by the end of this course, you will be able to make, like for example, a small calculator with your own written program. Okay, that's the, either we'll also try to help you in building one of the games where you can play the game. And of course all of you kids will be liking to build a game. So you must have played games, but how that game is built on the back end, we will try to learn how you can code it and make a game also. Okay, these are the two kinds of projects that we would try to do it at the end of the course. So that is by the end of 6 months, you should be able to do one a game and simple calculator kind of program. So these are the two kinds of programs that we would like you to start, by the end of this course. So we will use Python. This is a super cool language that has been used in various things. It could be like website development, it could be app development, it could be games, and lot of data analytics. There are a lot of things where right now Python is being used in lot of applications. It is one of the most commonly used programming language. Okay, so with this journey, you'll be able to unlock your creativity and problem solving skills. We'll see, like, what do you mean by problem solving skills? Like, suppose you come across a small problem that your code is not running. What is the problem? How you can solve it? You'll also try to learn about those problems that you are going to face, and how you can solve them yourself. Okay, so First, first fundamental question, what is programming? So mostly you must have learned in your school syllabus, right? No? I think what is the program is there at class 8th or ninth. So if somebody is below that class, they will not know what is a program. But I will explain you. Basically, what is a program? It's instructions that we give it to computer, right? Like for example, if you talk of a recipe, right? Like for example, if you want to make a sandwich, it is something similar to that. Like, um, if you have to tell somebody how to make a sandwich, like say now you have a robot has to make that sandwich, right? That robot doesn't know how to make a sandwich. Now, how do you help the robot to make that? So you have to tell first, take two bread slices, take them, cut the tomatoes, cut the onions, or whatever you want to put it in the sandwich. You want to put, let's say it's a salad based sandwich. So you have to take two bread slices, and you have to say cut the tomatoes or vegetables that you want to put in, and you place them between on top of one slice. You take the next slice, cover it, and if you want to use ketchup or cheese, you mayonnaise, like that, you can place them, and your sandwich will be ready. But see, for us it might look obvious, right? That okay, making sandwich is what is there, two breads. But understand, when you started for the first time, you know only how to eat a sandwich, but you don't know how to prepare a sandwich, right? So if you have to tell somebody how to make a sandwich, the way that you explain, um, it is the same way that you have to tell your computer that whatever you want to get it done, that you have to tell the computer in exact instructions. That means I have to tell it, okay, first pick up the bread slices, then cut the vegetables, place the vegetables on one top of one of the bread slice, right? And then cover the next slice on top of it. Then put cheese, mayonnaise. You can change the steps, one forward, one backward, but of course the sandwich will change, right? So if I put the bread and cut the sample vegetables on top of this, if I put ketchup and cheese on top of that, if I put a bread, it will be a different taste. And if I put only the vegetables and then put the top of it another bread slice, then spread the cheese, and that taste will be different, right? So you can create different recipes. Similarly, in the program, if you change different instructions, the output will be different. Okay, so for this, the programming language that we are going to use is called Python. Do you know what is Python? Do you know what is Python? Okay, maybe just quickly I will stop sharing, and I will go to website, and maybe I will just show it to you. Just a minute. Do you know what is a Python? How many of you have seen a Python? I'm not asking a programming language, but let's see. Do you know what is a Python? How many of you know? Just can you type in chat? Yeah. The Python is commonly known as, it's a snake that is there, which has large amounts of, it's a very powerful, snake, right? It can swallow very, it has a very little small mouth, but it can swallow, it can open up its mouth, I think twice or thrice its actually mouth size. It can swallow much bigger things. Just let me hold on. I will just pull out my Python sharing so that I'll just share it to you. Okay, where is it? Okay, document screens, um, applications. Okay, okay, I will maybe share the whole screen. That's okay. Can you see this? So this is the kind of Python that is there. So these are different varieties of Pythons, etc. So, but if you search on Google for Python, you will also get this logo. This is the basic Python logo. That is the programming language that we are using. And there are actual, this is a synonym of, a Python, that snake that is there. If you go to Wikipedia, then there are, Royal Python. This is a variety. And just let's see Python. What does this say? Yeah. So Python is a serpent. This is a this is very old thing. But yeah, right now you can see Weapony, other users, Python, film name. So there is a, as such, Python is, this is the kind of and creature that is there. It's a snake. It can swallow things, and there is a correlation. We will try to understand it at a later point of time. Why this programming language is named after this? Okay, maybe one of you can research about this and come to know why this was named after this, and you can share it in the next class. Okay, I will ask this question. If nobody answers, anyway, I am always there to answer, right? So let's quickly move back to our presentation. Okay, where is it? Yeah. So basically we are going to use Python. This is a special language. It's a very easy to learn language. Okay. There are many other languages like Java, right? Have you heard about Java? I don't know, but Java is another commonly used programming language. There is a C. Have you heard about C? No? Okay. Some of you might have heard, some of you might not have heard. So these are Java and C are the two other very commonly used languages. And of course, there are very special languages, courses that are available. In fact, our Raj Cloud Technologies offers various courses. You can go through them based on, all the various specific tools, technologies that are used. But yeah, for this course, we'll be using Python. So basically, how a program functions is basically you write specific instructions in Python and your computer follows. What do you mean by follows? It executes that code. Basically, it exactly, whatever the instructions that you have given, it is going to follow exactly whatever you want to do. Like for example, I was giving you the sandwich, how to make a sandwich, right? So that sandwich, when you are trying to prepare, you say take a slice, put the vegetables on top of that, you put another slice in between. If you want to add in between, add the cheese sauce, or on top of it you can add the sauce. All those varieties. Are you can roast the bread before making the slice with ghee, the different things, different options, butter, all that. The way that you give the instructions there, it is the same way you can give those kind of instructions to your computer. What we call it as execute. The computer follows those particular lines of codes and tries to do the exactly the same way. So that is why it is very important that Program is basically telling computer what to do step by step. Okay, you first do this step, then you do this step, then you do this step, like exactly sequence. So we write these instructions. We also call this as code. Okay, so this we are writing in a special language. It's not like our English. It is in English that we are going to type. Even Java, even C, everything that we are going to type in is basically in English only. But it's a special, there is a special syntax that we need to follow. That and all we are going to teach you in this course. So it's like more like a detailed recipe. Like for example, I don't know whether you must have heard this joke or not. When somebody was running a kitchen, some cooking instruction, they were telling that, okay, you take, you put rice into the cooker, put water, close it, and you wait for the whistle. The person was waiting, 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 whistle never came. Then that person complained ki the cooker has is not giving the whistle. Why? Because he has not switched on the stove at all. So if you don't switch on the stove, so like that, that is a joke, right? So but when you are writing those kind of instructions onto the computer, you have to give exactly that kind of instruction. Like, first you have to switch on the computer, the gas stove. Then you have to prepare the water, put the rice, put the properly close it with a whistle on top of it. After some times you will get whistles, so you have to wait for three whistles or one whistle based on and the cooker type and etc. You have to switch it off after the whistles has come. Then your rice will be cooked. If you do not follow any one particular instruction, your rice will not be made. So that is the kind of thing. So you have to give fully exactly the instructions, because computer doesn't understand whatever you are assuming, right? Like the way that I'm telling you the joke, that if you don't tell switch on the gas stove, the rice will not be made. It is that simple. Here you have to give each and every step without failure, that you have to tell exactly what it has to do. You can't assume anything that the person will understand without understanding the, switching on the gas stove, the cooker is going to work, right? The rice will be made. That is not possible. You have certain intelligence, but computer right now doesn't have intelligence. You are going to do the programming. There is something called artificial intelligence, which I will also introduce you at the end of this session. What is artificial intelligence, how it is being used now? That is one of the hot areas in the right now. That is, a lot of job opportunities are being created with AI and ML. Okay, so that also we'll try to cover to a bit of it, but yeah, let's that will be only introduction. Okay, so let's move on to the next topic. So it's, in the programming, it's very important that you would be required to give in lot of information inputs and use them inside the program. Okay, so we call them as variables. Basically, what is this variable? This stores certain information. I hope, like for example, name is there, right? A name. Just maybe I have to make it into full screen so that you will understand. So these are like, a boxes. There are different boxes. Like for example, let's say there is a big certain number of boxes inside the computer, where you can have certain information being stored, right? Like for example, on your computer, like for example, this presentation is going on, right? Different apps are there on your computer. You must have used Word, you must have used, some of the different applications. I'm sure you must have used YouTube. right? YouTube, everybody must have used, and of course, shorts, there are a lot of things that are there. So, those are different things that are there, but they are stored inside the computer in a different places. So, that's we like they are like boxes, variable where they store this information. Okay, these are apps which are built on top of it, but yeah, uh, variables are the basic things which hold this information. Okay, variables are like storage boxes, like if I want to, like for example, you have in South India it is less, but in North India there is a winter wear, summer wear, there are different stores that are there, but you can store those clothes, like you have almirah, right? So in almirah you have books, subject books, different things, how you arrange them, how you keep them into your storage boxes. In the same way, you are going to have different variables, like different information. It could be like name, it could be like your age, it could be like your class. Like for example, all of you, some of you have typed in your name, age into the chat box, right? So when you are typing in, it is getting that information is being passed on, it is getting stored somewhere, it is available for you to read, to get back that information. So that data is held at some place, you can always get back that information. So it remembers those things. We can use them to remember this important data for later use. Like for example, right now all of you have given your names, classes, right? So our team will store all that information into a file and pass it on to me. Then I will use that information to understand. I can keep on looking at it again. Once I receive the data, I will see what is the kind of things that are what are the different people who have registered for the course, and what are the age classes and things like that, right? So like for example, common things that you can understand is, like for example, name is there and age. These are the two things commonly. You can also say class. You can think of different things, but understand that they are different, right? Age is a number, name is alphabets which are there, that's we call it as strings. So we will go through them as the course progresses, but there is also a difference. Like name has lot more things, age has limited things, right? So there are different kinds of storage boxes. Like if I tell you, you must be having in almara, there is also a hanger based storage, where you can hang your clothes on a different ways. You can put also a racks in which you can fold the clothes and keep them, right? Both of them have different purpose, right? In the same way, here also we will have different kinds of information being stored inside the file with a different purpose. Okay, like for example, name. These will have different characters. I know this Alice, ALICE. This is there are A is an alphabet, L is an alphabet. So it's a combination of alphabets, right? Like for example, it can be a username, or it can be an email ID. Email ID means, like for example, an email ID could be maybe Raj Cloud Technologies @gmail.com, right? At the rate, that symbol is there. So it can be having lot more other things also, right? But whereas age, can age be having all the variations? No, right? Somebody will have 8 years old, somebody might have 10 years old, somebody might have 12 years old, right? 10, 11, whatever is the different ages that are there, those will be a number. It cannot be, age cannot be A, age cannot be ABC, age cannot be XYZ, right? It will be only a number, either it will be 8 years, 10 years. So that's a different kinds of things. Okay, so just I'm trying to make you understand what kind of things are possible, right? So I don't know how many of you know about this. There is something called integers and floats, right? Have you heard of fractions? Right, you must have started learning them in class 4, right? Fractions like 4 by 5, right? 4 divided by 5 or 6 divided by 10. So there are different fractions that you must have learned. So those, 6 divided by 10 is 0.6. Have you learnt about this? Definitely, if you have crossed class 5, then you must be knowing about these decimals, right? Decimal numbers like 5.3, 2.4, right? Have you learned them? If you have crossed class 5, definitely yes. Below class 5, I am not sure at what class you are learning these things. But definitely we are saying that, this course is ideal for class 6 to 12. So most of you must be knowing. If somebody doesn't know, we will help you in understanding those maybe in a doubt clearing session separately. Okay. So please understand like this, you have whole numbers like 1 2 3 4 5 6. Like for example, I'll give you an example. um, you must have heard about rupees, right? 10 rupees, 10 rupees, 20 rupees, 2 rupees, 5 rupee coins. Right now you must not have seen, but at some point of time we used to have paise. Do you know about paise? I think you must have learnt in your school syllabus, right? Paise. So it's like, 1 rupee is 250 paise, right? Like, it's a point 0.5 rupee. Each 50 paise is point 0.5 rupee. So two of them will make 1 rupee, right? 250 paises, 1 rupee is 100 paise. So there are different numbers. So it's like, point 0.5, etc. Point 0.5, point 0.2, 2.4. Or maybe I would give you in another appropriate example. Like for example, you must have seen the weight, right? 1 kg, 1.5 kg, right? Like for example, if you go to a vegetable shop, you can ask them that you want a half a kilo. Half a kilo, let's say brinjal, half a kilo lady's finger, something like that, right? So these are where you call half, right? Half is nothing but point 0.5 or 1 by 2, right? Like that. Those are called decimal numbers. Then there are something called strings. What is a string? String is collection of characters. Like, you can A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. There are a lot of things, right? Like for example, this is like text, like hello, HELLO. It's a combination of various characters. It could be alphabets, it could be numbers, like, hello 5. That is still will be called as string. Python, maybe your age, Python 10, you know, Python 10. That will be a string. I hope I'm audible, I'm clear. I in between I'll be keep on asking this so that I am not lost the connection. Can somebody message me? Yes. Please confirm. Yes. Okay. Good, Akshata. Rest of you, are you there? Just you keep pressing yes. Then I'll continue the class. Even if one person is responding, that means from my side there is no issue. If you are not able to hear or if there are any issues, please join back. Okay. So these are computer handles different type of informations like integers, decimals or floats or strings differently, right? Because for example, I will give you if you are talking in terms of money. Okay, let's say in my company there are 5 employees. Okay, for each of them I am paying let's say one person I'm paying 50,000, one person I'm paying 20,000, one person I'm paying 30,000. So for numbers, I can add them, right? Like for example, you have a name, right? You will have your first name and last name, right? Like for example, my name is Sudheendra Rao, right? So Sudheendra is my first name, Rao is my last name. So if I use that, I can join them with a space in between. So each and everything will be requiring different kinds of operations. But if I say, if I have 100 rupees and another 200 rupees I got, okay, what will be the total? So that addition will be different. Like it will be, answer will be 300, right? That answer will be different. But if I say my first name is Sudhindra, last name is Rao, if I add both of them, what will happen? It will not add like 100 plus 200, right? It will be something different. Sudhindra plus Rao, it will become Sudhindra Rao, right? So that is the difference. So computer handles these kind of different information differently. Do not worry. Uh, if you are not able to follow fully, try to pause it and re run this recorded session again and again. You will be able to understand. If you still don't understand, we will have doubt clearing sessions. You can try to learn about. Okay. I will just for today's session, I will try to quickly wind up with another two concepts so that you can learn more about it as we talk as we discuss about. Okay. So in any of the computers, there is something called input and output. Okay. Even for your program, there will be both the things will be there. There is something, we need to communicate. We need to, like, the that I am speaking to you right now, right? I am giving my things, and you also need to tell your own things, right? Whether you are understanding, like, for example, we have two, like, speaking. For you, it will be the speaker which will be giving you the audio, right? Right, it will be in audio, but what will be the output? What will be the output? You have to tell me in chat or in your own audio. Then that will be the your output. For me, that will be the input, right? So here in the program, there will be two things. What will be the input? So there is something called, whatever you want to pass it on to the program, we call it as input. Like for example, I can say this is input. What is your name? Name question mark. So what does it do? It asks the end user to give the name, right? Then let's say I want to say something to the user, right? Then what is that? What can I use during the program? I can use something called print command, which shows the information on the screen. Like, print hello. Uh, let's say I say name. Uh, let's say, I enter my name as Sudhindra. What can be my output? I can be saying as print hello Sudhindra, right? So we will do this first program, maybe hello world or hello Sudhindra. Maybe in the next couple of sessions, we'll start doing it. I want you to first basically understand how we are interacting with the computer. Okay, that is why this is a little detailed session, because many of you might not be knowing what is a program and all that. That is why I am taking this first sessions basically to make you understand what is a program and how this is working, right? Okay, so basically print is the function which we use inside the code or program to give as an output, showing that information on the screen, right? Like for example, you have on your let's say Geo TV or something like that, right? So you want to say, as soon as you switch on, it says Geo World or something like that, right? That is the output that user will be shown, right? So the program is running at the back, but something will be shown to the user on the screen. That is what we call it as output. But let's say user has to give some input. It could be like, your keyboard, right? You want to make the channel number, like for example 141. Just I press 141, that key, that remote that is there, that information will be taken to the your computer, right? That is what it is, the input is. So that's how there is an input and output that is happening inside the program. Okay. So then the next thing is, we can do lot of mathematics, like operations, we call it as operator. So we can do like addition operator, multiplication operator, division. So whatever you have learned in mathematics, whatever you have learned in mathematics, most of those functions can be done directly like this. Okay, here we have different symbols. In your textbooks you must have used x, that is the multiplication symbol, but in the computer we use plus for addition, minus for subtraction. This is called asterisk or star for multiplication. And this, in your normal mathematics, you will have a horizontal line with two dots, right? But here we are going to use this slash, that is for division. This allows your program to solve the math problems. Okay, so you can do that kind of maths with the help of these operators. Okay, I'm trying to introduce you to you little bit of basic concepts so that you can understand. Maybe if you're not understanding, don't worry. We will have little more. This is not that much important as such. You need to understand everything, not required, but understand that these are the features that are required to do the programming. As and when we start programming it, you will understand what is happening, how this is happening. If you are not able to understand at that stage, we will help you more and more. But at this stage, if you are not able to understand, replay the recording. This will be provided even in YouTube right now. You can pause it, go back, and whatever the concept you have not understood, you play it for multiple times, you will be able to understand. Still, if you don't understand whatever I have explained, type them on a little more detailed on YouTube. You will find little more detailed discussion on that particular topic on YouTube. Okay, there might be, but if still you want some help, you can always come back to us for doubt clearing session. That's when you can understand a little more details. Then what is the next thing that you want the computer to do certain decisions, right? Like for example, you must have seen on for example, uh, uh, you must have been using your remotes for playing different channels, like for example star, or maybe like Nick Jr. Okay, you want to play that channel, right? uh, Inside the program we will be required to use something called decision making, right? Like for example, you either have subscribed to that channel or not subscribed. It could be like, for example, Nick Jr. You might not have subscribed, right? So then what do I do inside the program? I will check a condition whether whatever the channel that you are trying to look, like for example, it could be Star Sports, it could be Nick Jr. I will try to verify whether you are subscribed to that particular channel or not. If it is true, then I have to perform a particular action. If it is false, I have to do something else. Like for example, if it is true, if you have subscribed, then what will I do? I'll start playing the channel. If it is false, means if the user has not subscribed to that particular channel, then what will I display? You are not subscribed to this channel. Please recharge. So this you must have seen, right? So those kind of decision makings, making decisions, we call it as conditional statements. If it is true, then do something. If it is false, do something else. Okay, these are the conditional statements which we will be using them. Okay, so these are the mainly powerful things that computer can help us in our program. What? Complicated mathematics. You put any kind of big numbers, you can do all that complications, and you can do some making decisions on a lot more, like you are pressing here on the remote a particular channel number, they will quickly analyze whether you are subscribed or not subscribed, then accordingly it will display the channel or not display that channel. All that happens, right? So you imagine there are a lot of people simultaneously watching that channel. For everybody you have to figure out whether that is a user, that user has bought it or not, and make that decision. So that is where your computer is very powerful, right? So we will try to understand up to here. So you can ask me quickly any, if you have any questions, if you have not understood till the based on the concepts that I have taught you today. And then maybe I will take another 5 minutes. That's it. We will be ending the session. So next session will be how computer understands the code and algorithms and their role in solving their various problems. This will be on Friday, 6th June 2025 at 6 p.m. So my floor is now open for questions. Most of the sessions I will be conducting in this pattern. If until unless you don't have any questions, I will keep on teaching, and mostly I will be taking these kind of question and answers towards the end. So you can ask me any questions you have. Please feel free to ask the question. Please. Akshata, have you understood? Since she has been answering, I want her to first answer. Do you have any doubts, Akshata?
No, sir.
Very good. So everything is clear to you?
Yes, sir.
So we'll discuss about that. Anybody else who would like to ask any question or anything that you have doubts about the classes, or see, I am proficient in speaking all the basically four languages: English, Hindi, Telugu, and Kannada. But if anybody is wanting any specifically help in any of these four languages, I can help you understanding in little more details. What is more important for me always as a instructor is that you should understand. Language should not be the barrier for understanding this. If you are not able to understand, please feel free and ask me. But in general, I would be giving the medium of instruction will be English. But yeah, you can ask me in any of the four languages: English, Hindi, Telugu, Kannada. Okay. Anybody else who would like to ask any question? Just I'll quickly take the names. Let me see. Um, okay. Okay, I think people are leaving. Lochan, Aisani, Trinay, Shweta, Mamdu, Rahul. Okay. I think Chaitanya, Viren, Drupat, Teja. So, any doubts? Lochan? Yeah, you have unmuted. You can speak. Lochan Sai. Hi, Lochan. Can you speak? We can't hear you. If you want, you can type in. Lochan, Lochan, I can't hear you. Anyways, you can always message our support team. They will connect you with me. Maybe if you have any specific doubts, you can ask me. If it is a limited number of participants, we can share our details so that you can just message me. I will help you directly whatever you have not understood. As of now, I can't hear you, and I think you might be having some mic issues. So please drop a message, and we will get back to you. Okay. Um, Akshata, are you good? Everything is clear. So uh, if nothing is there, maybe we can end the session. We are just on time. I think 7:10. What is the time? Just let me see. This is okay.
Yes, sir, I'm good.
Yeah, good. Thank you, Akshita. So it's already 7:15. I think we can end the session. Okay, Akshita?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So let's see. We'll continue in the next session. That's on the Friday. Thank
Okay,
you.
sir.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.